probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
J.Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Could it be true that Jennifer Lopez might be striking a deal with federal authorities that could leave Leonardo DiCaprio's reputation hanging by a thread? Apparently, the latest buzz is that celebrities are betraying each other left and right these days.
Remember the girl, the female attorney who said that there was someone on a freak off tape, a bigger celebrity than Diddy, and they were looking to sell it. Remember that? And I was like, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Insiders hint that Lopez could be holding tapes from the notorious Diddy freak-off events, those legendary exclusive parties known for their wild stories and untold secrets.
They just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
But shockingly, the buzz says these tapes might involve none other than Leo himself, with whispers of Lopez collaborating to leak these revelations. The question is, what exactly could be so damaging on these tapes, and why now? Let's find out. The internet is buzzing after new clips from one of Diddy's legendary white parties resurfaced, featuring big names like Jennifer Lopez, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Kim Kardashian, with Diddy now facing serious accusations, including human trafficking. These old party videos are stirring up fresh speculation about what really went down at these celeb-packed events. For years, stories have floated around about Diddy's epic parties, but this footage adds a whole new level of controversy. With stars like J.Lo and DiCaprio making appearances, people are now wondering how involved they were and whether they had any clue about what might have happened behind closed doors. Some people believe these celebs were just regular partygoers, but others are noting that these resurfaced clips are coming to light just as Diddy's legal troubles are grabbing headlines. It's making people take a second look at the glitz and glamour of those once celebrated parties and question if there's a darker side to them.
I'm Ellen Leva. Pink has also been mentioned in one of the civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs.
The timing couldn't be worse for Diddy as these old photos resurface while he's dealing with serious accusations. Some of the claims describe these parties as events where big-name guests allegedly engaged in wild and illegal activities. The footage has only fueled public curiosity, with celebs like Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, and Ashton Kutcher already distancing themselves from Diddy, sources close to them saying they haven't spoken to him in years.
Leonardo DiCaprio you feel on the tapes?
Yeah. But he'll buy that before it ever come out though.
Oh yeah, they got that kind of bread.
Now, a former celebrity bodyguard has confirmed that DiCaprio is part of Diddy's tapes. Big homie CC, an ex-bodyguard, appeared for an interview with Real Lifey Productions on YouTube and discussed the controversial tapes found at Diddy's place. During the 12-minute interaction, homie claimed to have seen stills of those tapes in which he saw several celebrities at Diddy's parties. When asked if he saw DiCaprio there, he said, "Yeah, but he'll buy that S before it ever comes out." He continued, "Because they pass, and that's the thing, like, they pass certain laws, like that revenge point law. That ain't about no OnlyFans models, man, that's for situations like these, bro." The interview came after the 49-year-old actor had been repeatedly seen in the photos circulating from Diddy's parties dubbed freak-offs, especially from back in the early 2000s. The interviewer further asked, "There's been a lot of allegations. They're saying that different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female. Do you know that to be true?" Homie CC replied, "Oh yeah, for sure. So I've seen some stills tapes being shot." But since we are living in the world of AI, the interviewer asked if it would be possible to create a fake presence of DiCaprio. The bodyguard opined, "It's kind of hard to fake CCTV footage simply because it's time-stamped in the pixels in that camera," noting that one has to take that into consideration. Diddy's white parties are at the center of his SXTing scandal, which the prosecutors have claimed was the playground of the rich. The disgraced music mogul opened doors to industry giants and even politicians. But reportedly, the real party began later in the night, which allegedly included PS, DS, and immoral SL acts that Diddy sometimes documented, per the New York Times.
Yeah, I seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
But Diddy, who's awaiting his trial, has maintained his innocence despite mounting lawsuits, some of which are from A statement by his representatives read, "It's disappointing to see the media and social commentators twist these cultural moments into something they were not," adding that shaming celebrities who attended Diddy's parties and taking video clips and photos out of context is an attempt to tarnish their image and is simply untrue. Meanwhile, a source close to DiCaprio told Daily Mail that the actor has not been in contact with Diddy and never attended the freak-offs. He attended a few of his parties back in the early 2000s, but literally everyone did. They were not freak-offs, but big house parties. And reportedly, Leonardo DiCaprio has distanced himself from Diddy after a picture of him at one of the music mogul's notorious white parties emerged. Combs once declared the Titanic star as the #1 person on his white party invitation list. However, a source close to the A-lister says Leo has not been in contact with Combs for years, saying he never attended freak-offs and has nothing to do with the case. The pair were pictured together in public at the Democratic National Convention on July 29, 2004. The Great Gatsby actor was also seen dancing beside Combs at his 50th birthday in 2019. Leonardo DiCaprio has absolutely nothing to do with any of this, the source said. He attended a few of his parties back in the early 2000s, but literally everyone did. They were not freak-offs. They were big house parties. Leo was at the start of his career at the time and has moved way past his partying. He has nothing to do with any of that world, so for anyone to assume that he will get roped into this based on a few grainy photos that are more than 20 years old is ridiculous. Leo is focused on his career and his relationship and is not at all thinking about Diddy's federal case, which he has nothing to do with. Combs' white parties were held at his East Hampton home, where some of the biggest celebrities in America would, where swarms of A-list celebrities would flock to the waterfront house in the summer for the annual bash. One photo from the 2000 white party shows a young Leo clad in a white t-shirt and shorts beside Combs, who is holding a bottle of champagne. In resurfaced footage from Combs' 73 Questions appearance with Vogue in 2018, the rapper was asked the #1 person on his white party invitation list. Without hesitation, Combs turned to face the reporter and said, "Leonardo DiCaprio," before handing the interviewer a drink.
Probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Speaking to the New York Post, one drug dealer revealed the shocking incidents he witnessed taking place within the luxury home, including household name celebrities having S with each other. The anonymous source said Combs opened the door to him while wearing nothing but a white robe before leading him through to a back bedroom to make a coke deal. But these images tell a story of Hollywood history that's both glamorous and unsettling. Set at Diddy's East Hampton mansion, the clips take us back to the late 90s and early 2000s when his white parties were the place to be for A-listers. What's really catching everyone's eye are the candid, behind-the-scenes moments hinting at the over-the-top nature of those days. There's DiCaprio, chilling with a drink in hand, blending into the crowd, and J.Lo, stunning as ever, right by Diddy's side, bringing back all the old whispers about their connection.
They're saying that him with different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female. Do you know that to be true?
Oh yeah, for sure.
As for Kim, she looks noticeably younger in the footage, which has social media buzzing. Fans have been sharing screenshots and zoomed-in clips analyzing every unguarded moment of the stars. The footage, time-stamped from the late 90s to early 2000s, shows the peak of Diddy's white parties, back when he was at the very top of his game. These parties were iconic, attracting the biggest celebrities and capturing an era of excess and glam, now being revisited with a more critical eye.
Kids have like an hour left, so get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, Diddy's white parties were legendary, symbols of luxury and status that drew the most famous faces from Hollywood, music, and fashion. To score an invite was a mark of elite status, and attendees had to dress in all white, adding an extra touch of elegance and exclusivity. These weren't just parties, they were dazzling spectacles that showcased Diddy's power and influence. At that time, he wasn't just a hip-hop mogul, but a cultural trendsetter whose events were the hottest ticket in town. However, as these images resurface, a darker narrative is emerging. Over the years, whispers and stories have come out about what really went on behind the scenes at these glamorous gatherings. While the public view was all about celebration and high-profile networking, insiders have hinted that the reality was far more complex. Reports have surfaced over time pointing to rampant substance use, wild performances, and secretive activities that cast a shadow over the glittering facade. According to multiple insiders, the after hours of Diddy's white parties reportedly took a disturbing turn. Guests would engage in highly illegal activities, fueled by the freely flowing alcohol and substances available. Allegations of misconduct, including non-consensual encounters, have resurfaced alongside the newly shared photos, suggesting that what happened behind closed doors was far darker than most people realized at the time.
They passed, and that's the thing, like, you know, they passed certain laws, like that revenge law.
Yeah.
That ain't about no OnlyFans models, man.
New witness accounts and details have emerged, painting an increasingly troubling picture of these gatherings. Some claim that Diddy's white parties were not just about over-the-top celebrity indulgence, but served as a cover for more sinister activities. While Diddy's team has consistently denied these allegations, the resurfacing of these images has reignited interest and sparked deeper questions about what really went on at these events, and what the involvement of the A-list attendees might have been. Jennifer Lopez's presence at these parties has become a hot topic, especially considering her complicated history with Diddy. Their high-profile relationship in the late 90s was marked by glamour and drama, making her appearances at these events even more intriguing in light of recent allegations. Fans and critics alike are revisiting her connection to Diddy and questioning what she might have known or experienced during those times. With the resurfaced footage and stories, J.Lo's involvement is adding another layer of curiosity to the unraveling narrative surrounding Diddy's legendary gatherings.
J.Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
While Diddy's parties have been legendary for their excess and elite guest lists, could Lopez have played a more significant role than just a +1? Insiders have long hinted that her relationship with Diddy was more than a headline-grabbing romance. It was a partnership that helped propel her career into the stratosphere. If these parties were as outrageous and influential as Marlon's hint suggests, then Lopez's name appearing on such a list wouldn't be just gossip, it could shake up her polished image. Around March, rumors circulated that Jen was implicated in some of the crimes, particularly concerning the incident where Natanya Rubin, who was deeply involved, was injured. She has expressed her desire to have the bullet fragments removed from her face for ballistics evidence, indicating her willingness to reopen the case. Natanya Rubin says she is willing to have doctors remove a piece of a bullet that remains in her face to prove Sean Diddy Combs shot her at a New York club in 1999. I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial, Rubin said on News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas reports. Even if it means risking her life, Nathan also claimed that J.Lo outright lied to the jury, suggesting that she should be investigated alongside Diddy.
We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. J.Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
So when it comes to behaviors in relationships, any relationship is not perfect. However, there were instances that troubled Gene. For example, when they would return to the studio and find a bunch of girls there, Diddy would try to justify it by saying that, as a superstar, he needed lots of female company for his image. But Jennifer Lopez is no stranger to the industry. She's been on major networks, dealt with high-profile individuals, and more. What bothered him was when they would team up on her discussing these girls disrespectfully. Sometimes he would be caught in the middle, and she'd look at him, but he couldn't do much because he was Gene's superior.
And they would try to be disrespectful to her. And I would be put in the middle of that sometimes, and then she'd be looking at me like, yo, Gene.
According to Gene, there was a situation in the studio where a young lady made a disrespectful comment about Jennifer, implying she wasn't all that. That's where the tensions got up. Jennifer was about to confront her when Puff instructed me to take her home, so he drove her back, and she returned to the studio sporting jeans, a ponytail, maybe some Vaseline on her ears, and sneakers. She seemed ready for action. When she got back, Puff promptly cleared out the girls.
She came back to the studio, and Puff had got them girls out of there. You understand? She act like she was ready to do something.
So this means that J.Lo and Diddy never had a perfect relationship. But is it only this? Reports have suggested that many weird things happened during their relationship. Navigating former relationships can sometimes be awkward, particularly when ex-partners turn to social media to share heartfelt memes about heartbreak after a breakup. However, Diddy appears to elevate the post-breakup discourse to a different realm. Recent reports indicate that Jennifer Lopez, his ex-girlfriend, is now coming forward to discuss her past relationship with Diddy. There are suggestions that she may also be addressing allegations related to T within the context of their history together. Years later, Jennifer decided to speak about it to Rolling Stone. "It was an unfortunate situation," she explained. "We were somewhere we shouldn't have been. It was a bad situation." While it may not have been the decisive factor, the arrest and ensuing trial undeniably cast a heavy shadow over the couple's relationship. Diddy expressed the challenges they faced, stating to an outlet, "It's a rough year and I just want her to be happy." Echoing his sentiments, Jennifer, known as the Jenny from the Block artist, affirmed that the trial had been extremely painful and draining. She said in a show, "The Puffy era was just kind of a crazy, heightened time in my life. He had been in the music business and had all this success. I was just starting and making my first album when I met him. We had this kind of crazy, tumultuous relationship that ended in a bang." While the arrest undeniably strained their relationship, Jennifer emphasizes that it wasn't the sole catalyst for its dissolution. In essence, they were inherently different individuals on divergent paths. Compatibility had been a lingering issue from the beginning, and it became more pronounced when confronted with the pressures of public scrutiny and the challenges posed by Diddy's arrest. In her own words, Jennifer explained, "Our relationship was so in the press that people didn't really take it as a serious relationship. It didn't work out. For me, it was a little more gradual. It wasn't right for me." Despite her love for Diddy, the Bronx singer found it challenging to bridge the gap between their disparate lifestyles. Diddy was inclined towards a vibrant nightlife, frequently heading to clubs, while she preferred a more laid-back and domestic setting. Jennifer couldn't envision a future where he would be a reliable father to their potential children, stating in 2003, "I had to think, do I want to be home with kids in 10 years wondering where somebody is at 3 in the morning? Reflecting on her time with Diddy in recent years, Jennifer acknowledged that they were both young and unprepared to take their relationship to the next level. She characterized Diddy more as a mentor than a romantic partner, expressing gratitude for the influential role he played in her career. He served as a guiding force in introducing her to the intricacies of the music industry, helping shape her sound and image. Ultimately, his contributions played a crucial role in her evolution into the incredible, iconic artist she has become today." In her own words, Jennifer reflected on the significance of their connection. "It was necessary. He was meant to be at that moment to teach me what I needed to know about the music business, about what kind of artist I wanted to be in the music industry." Following their breakup in 2001, Jennifer and Puffy discovered that perhaps they were better suited to be co-workers and friends than romantic partners. In 2016, Diddy expressed this sentiment, stating, "Me and Jennifer, we got a people gonna be friends, man. People gonna grow and, any of my exes, they smile and they're happy to see me." Over the years, their relationship evolved into a genuine friendship, characterized by shout-outs at concerts, socializing at parties, and even dancing together on Instagram Live during lockdown. Despite the romantic chapter closing, their enduring connection as friends has persisted, but we all know how Diddy spends his life. All those alleged gay parties may have not remained a secret to J.Lo, and she may have something about Ben that she should not. And now here we all are waiting for their divorce news. But if you've been following recent developments, J.Lo has been embroiled in several controversies lately. Aside from the Diddy scandal, she's been making headlines for less favorable reasons, from her struggling projects to incidents like the Bronx orange drink controversy. Notably, there was an incident captured on camera where she spun chewing gum into her assistant's hand in New York City. Additionally, she has faced criticism for alleged mistreatment of her staff, with fans pointing out recurring negative narratives from former employees. Moreover, Jennifer Lopez has faced renewed scrutiny for appropriating black culture without adequately acknowledging the black artists who have contributed to the success of her music. These issues have contributed to a growing sense that things may not be quite right in J.Lo's world lately.
I think the problem with Jenny from the Block is that they cut my laugh and they kept ad-libs and they turned her vocals like all the way down.
And just like that, Hollywood is once again on the edge of its seat, watching as the stakes reach new heights. If these whispers prove true, the fallout could be monumental, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. With J.Lo potentially holding the keys to a vault of untold secrets and Leo's legacy now on uncertain ground, the glittering veneer of fame could crack in an instant. One person on the internet wrote, "Those people knew exactly what was going on. Why are you trying trying to separate from P. Diddy? Another one added, once a thug, always a thug. Money doesn't fix that, and in Diddy's case, it made it worse. Sure. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.